His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE titles only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being. He can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
The past doesn't matter. Here's where it counts. Here is where it's settled. The prize is on the line.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Now, Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
Wow. Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
That's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
but John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style.
And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
No question John Cena has his work cut out for him taking on Umaga, who's been aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars, his ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quickly be in trouble.
He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout. Clothesline, so effective.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage. And right into the pin.
Uh-oh. He clearly has no intention of staying down.
Right into the shoulder. That's gotta hurt. Momentum fully shifted to Umaga.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Nice counter by Cena. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando,
no signs of either combatant backing down.
counters.
So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
That didn't look good for Cena at all. And now the aftermath is painted on his face. This'll do it. Umaga!
Samoan spike! Are we headed towards a title change?
Placing him in the corner. Caught him right in the jaw.
Ugh, what a shot.
And I could look at Umaga, and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be.
Cena ducks underneath. Oh, and he couldn't keep the offense rolling.
Oh, well, there goes that attempt to rally.
Pin attempt by the champion. He breaks the ref's count before 2.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
Pop right in the stomach creates the separation. And Umaga, of course, coming from a very...
And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look
Out
out!
a headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan Bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in from the top rope.
Oh, Samoan splash. And right into the cover.
Might end this.
Cena's still in it.
How in the world did he kick out? Umaga.
Watch the power of Umaga.
Cover. 2. Emphatic kick out from the champion.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming.
And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out. And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
No, nothing fancy here. Tasting victory.
Backed up. No, title still hangs in the balance.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Cena gets intercepted.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga up.
Here it comes!
Samoan spike. That might have just sealed the deal on us having a
Going
new
for the
champion.
pin. New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship. Cena's title reign is over.
An incredibly impressive showing from Umaga tonight, absolutely leveling John Cena in a savage display of dominance.
Will Cena come looking for a rematch? Only time will tell. But for now, this is Umaga's moment. He is your WWE Champion.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
2 roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match, and accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And at a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These 2 hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
We got 3-minute warning, and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
Oh, I, for one, can't wait.
He's got him down for the pin here. He forces a break before the count of 2.
Strong kick out, but you have to wonder if he can keep it up. Down opponent, and a double axe handle smash.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete on the apron. Look out below!
Right to the hand. You got to wonder if there's more animosity in this match than we previously thought.
Some might see that as a weapon, but a manager's just making sure the area is safe for his client. Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there. You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
And that'll take a bit of the fight out of Akam.
Yeah, Rosie delivering the pain.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings. Denied with an elbow.
Razor knocked him.
Midsection.
That's to knock all the wind out of you.
Oh, what a jumping headbutt. Bam!
Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Run! He's got his right down still.
Oh, boy, I think we know
what he has in store next.
Just burying their opponent with that trash can. He even put through the ringer tonight.
And this is a classic Extreme Rules game plan. Trying to deal as much damage as possible.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Wicked kick to the face.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Rallying the skull with a hit from that trash can. Watching the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse. Oof.
Akam with a course correction.
Caught with a punch.
Uh-oh, headbutt. Nothing fancy there.
What a headbutt.
Vicious. And that shot just busted him open.
Blood flowing now.
Elbow drop.
Shoulders down, this could be it.
It's still hanging on.
Couldn't quite slam the door yet.
And Rosie gets warded off. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
And he gets sent back into the ring. Headbutt to the gut!
Pulls their opponent in.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Drops the hammer right on the lower back.
Manages to slip out of the way.
Kendo stick impact.
from the top. What? The end. Perched up top. Whoa, look out. From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
And he gets delivered back into the ring. Totally helpless at the moment.
He's making his move.
For the win. It's off the pin. Nice takedown. Stack them up.
Hold on.
Trying to steal one here. And what's this?
Why'd he do that? What's going on?
We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations.
He quickly slides into the ring. Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop.
Caught the clothesline attempt.
Into STO.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here. Rosie escapes the attack. Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly. They have to be nearing the end of this one.
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan, but if he wants to survive this match,
Soaring.
whoa, what a landing!
Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that. This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
3-minute warning and AOP looking to put this one away here.
Ooh.
He made the save just in time.
Shot to the gut will break. Uh-oh. Going for the win.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Buster. Oh, what a clothesline.
And heading up top.
He's trying again.
The cross connects.
3-minute warning might just be done messing around.
There's two. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the Bloodline, quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, are you nervous about this? She said, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history.
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Well, you could feel the excitement the moment they brought out the ladders before this show started. There's a big fight feel right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, Carmella!
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer. How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, driving the elbow.
The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but will increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase. Samoan drop. No safe haven in this match. These rivals can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for yourself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Chopped down with the axe handle. Out of the turnbuckle into an overhead suplex.
Sliding back into the ring. Gets out of the ring. What's going to happen now? Cover that suplex. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
She's getting that ladder exactly where she wants it.
A crucial step. Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in.
And she's returning fire.
Sit out powerbomb. Crashing down like that, having the wind knocked out of you, Never a good time for that to happen.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
Needs to move quick here.
This won't be a chance.
The longer this goes, the more likely we can see a hard crash back to the canvas.
That attack might have diminished Charlotte's sense of superiority.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoyed it.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Driving Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
This battle's found its way right to our doorstep.
He's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this.
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
A quick reversal from her. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming-out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Holy, meet the barricade. Taken down instantly.
We're getting up close. Look at this intense battle.
Everything ringside has potential to do some serious injury.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
I assure you, this is even harder than it looks.
Trying not to fumble around too much here. Charlotte seeing her opportunity.
Charlotte's got a chance.
Straining to get this thing down.
You got to do everything you can at this point.
This might be the match right there.
It's almost down. My hands will be shaking.
Good thing you brought your gloves, dummy.
Oh, what a quick answer.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
All right, time for us to clear the way.
Already ahead of you.
Just ejected from the ring. 3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. Chop block.
Carmella might need to start leaning on her in-ring IQ after an attack like that.
Yeah, Natalya showed that Hunt family wisdom.
A demeaning gaze painted on Flair's face.
Clothesline! Off with their head.
The shoulders. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history being made. Not when you can go down the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there.
Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult.
Carmella set to the outside. She's setting the ladder up dead center.
Oh, her eyes are on the prize now.
Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? Trying to reach it, trying to win.
But it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there.
Sit-out, slam. And brings the ladder to the middle of the ring.
Perfect setup, Cole, but the job's only half done.
Headed up that ladder, center of the ring. The prize is in sight, but is it in reach?
It's just a matter of time now.
No room for error on top of the ladder. Natalya trying to reach out for the contract.
With a history books. And once more.
Just fingertips away now.
Full focus on obtaining the prize.
Looks like scaling the ladder was the easy part of the job. Unhooking the prize is the big challenge.
Lynch has a hold of the briefcase.
Might be Becky's best chance right here.
It's within arm's reach. Just needs the capitalize. And Carmella with a takedown looking for... Locked in! It's locked in!
And you still need to find a way out of this. Tapping won't save you. All you can do is battle out of this. They're not going to settle for this. She's doing whatever she can to escape, and she does.
Oh, man. Using the elbow as a weapon.
Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. He's making the climb to the top rope.
From the top.
Meanwhile, we see Natalya
trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
And she's only taking more damage at this stage.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending a ladder very challenging.
She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
Time is your enemy here. I just don't know if there's enough of it to get it down.
Drop kick. Hits the mark. Incredible sit-up mat slam. Calculating the next move here.
Lynch with a kick to the body. Scooping up her opponent. Driving her opponent down.
She's launched out of the ring.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
Trapped in a tough situation, trying to find her way out. And she does. Money in the Bank briefcase, still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Moving into the ring.
Kick right on point. Oh, I think the ring just moved.
And she's positioned the ladder
She dodges out of the way. Becky Lynch rolls through, and she's disarmed and locked in.
Submission maneuver is locked in. Just that, and she lets go of the hold.
Maybe she didn't like the leverage or grip she had on that submission, Cole.
Flair delivering the chop. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it.
On a leg drop, bulldog. Attacking the torso again, doing a little more damage.
Into the knee drop.
Counter from Tamina. Oh, toss to ringside. Center of the ring. Carefully setting up the ladder.
Wicked chop block. Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is ripe for the picking.
She's stretching, but can she get it in?
Hands must be shaking up there, making it difficult to capture glory.
Coming back to her torso area. This could become a strategy.
She's just got to concentrate.
She's so close here.
Tugging and grabbing and doing everything to get it down.
No, now's not the time for butterfingers.
Tough break. Turned that around and planted them.
Jumping face buster. Heading to the outside now.
From the top.
Carmella sent to the outside. And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there.
Trying her best to fight out of harm's way.
Hard into the corner.
Man, did you see the whiplash off the turnbuckles?
Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? Victory is within reach now.
Might be a little overzealous going for it here.
Too late to stop now, though.
Looking to free it here.
Yeah.
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso Penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jay his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jay ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous 4-time champs and feel the power.
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time tag team champions?
The following is a tag team Hell in a Cell match, and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
The New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing two super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
There you see what it's all about. Tag Team Gold. The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
Two of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too. Boom!
The pin for the championship. Oh, how in the world did he kick out of that?
Starting to see the tolls of this match add up.
A jumping headbutt.
Ooh. I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE. This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We are going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly. Boom! What an uppercut. Overhand right lands.
Ooh! These attacks are clearly adding up on the champion.
This is how it goes in Hell in a Cell. The match keeps going whether you can handle it or not.
He gets into the ring. Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw New Day work out a SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Mike.
Late pin, championship on the line. Forces the shoulder after two.
What do you have to do to put this guy away?
Schoolboy!
Shoulders are down.
Ooh, a direct headshot. Just sickening. Ooh, shut that chair right in.
The champ struggling to stay on the defensive there.
The way the cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke.
Talking to Xavier, he told me that one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. And the champ's in really rough shape now.
Yeah, he's on his back foot now. I don't see things turning around in his favor.
No escape from these punches. Now a series of vicious turns up.
Back elbow blows that one out.
Back into the ring here. Kick right in the face. The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual and Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jay back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos!
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old Bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia, and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi, and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
For the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back. She's locked in, looking to go for something big.
Perched up top.
Knew it was coming and answered with an emphatic power slam. Naomi put a stop to that.
Kick to the gut.
Oh, man.
Oh, sit out. Jawbreaker.
Eating through a straw for a week.
He goes back into the ring here.
She's fighting to get back up, but I don't think that fight's about to matter. Oh, look out. You gotta be kidding me.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. She saw that coming.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE. The champ is pinned. We might have a new champion here. She powers out immediately there.
She's really letting her opponent know how much fight she has.
Boom! A forearm smack.
Good grief! This is quickly turning into a slugfest. Ooh.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Two Titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now. Just caught flush.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes. Push. Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style. Oh. Foot to the gut. Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger. Totally out of it. She's a perfect target. Flying all the way to the outside.
Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Naomi had it turned around.
A complete stalemate of reversals here. Neither one giving an inch. Stunner.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And Naomi says that after taking time off, she's better physically and mentally than she's ever been in her career. And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold, slugging it out toe-to-toe now. It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Naomi finds her target with that one.
And gets sent right into the corner.
She's vulnerable, up on the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought...
Naomi! Feel the glow! Submission! Locked in! Is it over? Is he going to tap? This could result in a tap out. I don't know how much longer she can hold on. A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. Block the effort and cut them off with a shot to the gut.
Right on the mark. Rear view by Naomi.
Makes
the challenger comes up big.
3, no! 2 count.
Guys, I thought we were getting a new champion there. Well, we might see a new champ here tonight.
Don't put the cart before the horse. The champ kicked out and has no intentions on losing that title anytime soon.
Naomi thought she had her beat there, but this one will continue.
No doubt she's looking to end her here.
No! Suicide dive!
Took flight and landed a direct hit.
Came in like a wrecking ball. I've never seen that hit so hard before.
Whip back into the ring.
Power slam incoming, no.
From behind into an inverted DDT.
She's struggling to get back up, but she's about to feel so much worse.
Calls out the rear view.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
And into the cover. Naomi did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi!
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next 2 superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation. Their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Alpha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country and then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come, Bubba Ray Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Welcome by Captain Lou Albano. And a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking out Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Oh my gosh, that's gross.
That was savage. What a disgusting act.
Getting back to his feet, trying to fight on, but it might be too late.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters. Readjusting the furniture, we know how this ends.
What a display of strength here.
Textbook scoop slam.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of it.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to the table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Into the ring again now. And he goes crashing to the outside. Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
Oh, no. And it is indeed time for Devon
turned it around.
A manager grabbing anything from under the ring is beyond unfair. It's just downright evil.
Down to opponent, and a double axe handle smash.
Russian leg sweep.
Running Bulldog. He has to be in a world of hurt here.
The purpose of this match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, Cole.
Got them off their feet here. Many matches turn on that kind of contact with the apron. This could be a key moment in this contest.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the low. Popped up. Ooh, dropping the elbow right on the knee.
And down with the suplex.
Oh, colliding with a barricade.
Turns that away.
Devon gets intercepted. Sharp punch. And now gets tossed into the ring.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. Catches the leg.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
He's looking to take things to the outside now.
Popped up. Into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
And that was a heck of a heave we just saw.
It's over. Twisting, turning.
Slides out the back door. He is free.
Oh my God.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team.
Bubba cutter.
That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling has a hold of us. Bubba hits the Bubba cutter. The Wild Samoans just took a bumpy trip to Dudleyville. The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Hoisted up high here, and he comes in under the ropes now. Vicious right forearm. The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. They had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 Showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility, with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wes Lee.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Mello taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Mello in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Mello got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too. Sikoa taking and now he's looking to lock in this submission.
Targeting the shoulder with
escape and a takedown.
The champion into the pin. The challenger wriggles out in one.
Could be in search of a second win now. Big punch finds its mark.
Neither superstar giving an inch here. That turns it around for Solo. The fight is on, and it's furious. Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this. What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
And now placed in the corner.
Trapped in the corner.
What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding,
On the apron.
good Lord, taking flight.
And he tosses him back in now.
Sikoa just absolutely laid waste to Melo. Can Solo win the title? From the top.
Diving headbutt.
And straight into the pin attempt.
2. Oh, close call makes the champ nervous.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on. Up and down. What a gourd buster.
Great flurry of offense from Solo.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now. And into the corner he goes. Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends.
Ooh.
First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Solo lining it up. Maybe moments away from capturing that North American.
Winding up.
Samoan spike.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Cover.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going to SmackDown. This has to be the most unpredictable.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Devon. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. It's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own, but that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking and his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on. Got him in the corner now. Oh, look at this, reigning right hands.
Non-stop blows.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
That, it reversed it. Plunge out to the outside.
Throwing all caution to the wind and leaping to the outside.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
And he tosses him back in now. And an elbow.
Going head-to-head, putting each other to the test. Ooh! Slugging away with everything they've got.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
Placed against the turnbuckles.
Clothesline in the corner, and a couple back elbows to follow.
The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Powerbomb position.
Fighting out. Hammering away with punches to the face.
He's able to dodge out of the way.
Seth retaliates.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal.
Going for the pin. Title on the line. Shoulders up before two.
I don't know what more this superstar can do to put him away. Look at it grind the features off their face across the top rope.
Reigns gets out of harm's way.
Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up. Fends off the attack with an elbow. Gets lifted into position.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make a Tribal Chief go nuclear.
He connects with a counter. Oh, that didn't go as Seth designed. Into the barricade. And here he is, heading back into the ring.
He doesn't have much time to get back in the ring.
He beats the count. Barely.
Superman punch!
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Neckbreaker attempt, pries the hands open.
And a neckbreaker counter.
I have to admit it.
Seth Rollins.
Stop! Can the champ recover from that?
Going for the cover. Shoulder roll, still holding on to the title.
This is complete insanity.
Still holding on to the title by the skin of their teeth.
And Rollins not handling this well. That was it, for all he knew. But it wasn't. What a way to get out of that one.
As was set up in the corner of the ring.
Answer after answer for each other's offense.
Oh, look at this raining right hands.
No escape from these punches.
Rollins landing awkward outside. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Watching, waiting, and we know exactly what he's thinking.
Reigns hits it!
Did the champ just finish the job? I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns' old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap there? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has pushed the Tribal Chief past his boiling point. The Tribal Chief oozing disdain for his opponent.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose. Reigns had that scouted.
Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. But his torso continues to be the target here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to mount any sort of attack for him now.
Sent into the corner. Oh, Superman punch!
Reigns not done yet. And a thunderous spear. The champ might have just sealed things.
Into the cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the Tribal Chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking. I'm the chief now! Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new Rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's Rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The Bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original Bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jay Uso!
This man and the rest of the original Bloodline is under attack. The new Bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new Bloodline.
The original Bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new Bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new Bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob.
The new Bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG Bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG Bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions just a matter of minutes. And they just toss them aside. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger... brawl than War Games.
Look at this. Boom. Nice. A lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Repeated headbutts.
Bludgeoning their opponent.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Romans, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more. Ow!
Boom! To the back of the neck.
Watch this display of power.
Into a sit-out powerbomb.
Thunderous impact.
Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new Bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
This War Games just got Usi, Zayn, joining the original Bloodline side. Placed him in the corner here. I don't know if Jey Uso can withstand much more of this.
You're not going to find Tonga Loa showing any remorse.
Oh, punch! OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new Tribal Chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the Bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Oh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly.
And Tonga Loa got turned around there. Lands the elbow.
Tonga Loa looking evasive.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jey Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later. Samoan driver.
Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage. A powerbomb like that will leave you with bruises and remind you of this moment for days.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage. A bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Byron.
Here we go. Oh, took it high risk, but was off the mark. Neckbreaker. Oh, ouch. Ooh, sharp elbow.
He's already feeling the effects.
yeah, Tonga Loa showing plenty of ferocity there.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight.
Then it's Jey Uso.
Will Jey take advantage? And Zayn connects with a haluva kick.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Tama taking out some damage.
And more action like that might allow Jey to get the job. How cross body. All the way up for a suplex. No, wiggles free.
Sami Zayn, who so much is a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to go.
Both wrists captured, and that was nasty.
Will Sami recover?
Super kick! And he's being somewhat backed into a corner right now. Suplex! The WWE Universe can't believe what these Warriors are doing to one another.
Everyone's fired up. What a battle.
Sami Zayn with a big boom.
No doubt, Sami just ended this.
Connects. Saw it going for it again. And the back, and it's Jey.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
Jacob about to end this fight.
Entering even more dangerous territory. Scaling. The War Games cage war. We're going to finish it.
This match has been history in the making.
This is insane.
Looks like the impending numbers advantage isn't enough for him. At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
Oh, man. Climbing into the ring, pretty much entering a war zone. Down with force.
Super kick! Ouch! Lifted and completely helpless here. Gets slammed down. Going up the cage now. Must have some sort of strategy in mind.
Exploder into the turnbuckles. Taking flight.
His body has to be racked with pain. And that's going to bring Jimmy down to pay.
Yeah, Jacob will conquer.
Blast off. Big height, bigger impact. Boom. Measuring it up one more time. Jimmy with a cause for alarm.
Clock counting down. A sigh of relief can surely be breathed once the next competitor enters.
He's quick to get out of the way there.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Tonga.
Oh, what a headbutt. He's looking for yet another exclamation implanted by the DDT. Tonga setting it up. Here it comes. Tonga. Rearing way back.
Jey Uso showing the cover. And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true Bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, the new Bloodline.
You want to know which version of the Bloodline is superior? Well, there's your answer. Solo's crew prevailed inside War Games.
These four men are true family. Each of them fought with that same bit of hunger and attitude we once saw in Roman's old crew. But now we know that Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu are the one true Bloodline.
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa both love to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. On their way to the ring, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Islanders are known for innovative double-team offense, but they're looking to do more than just beat the Profits.
Well, under the Brains' incomparable tutelage, the Islanders have become smarter and more brutal.
Tez and Dawkins better have their third eye open and their heads on a swivel.
I expect to see expert-level tag teamwork from both the Profits and the Islanders, with supreme athleticism from all four competitors.
What this match could boil down to, guys, is which team picks up the first pinfall.
It's not going to take long for chaos to rule. The Profits and the Islanders are ready to see who is the best tag team on Earth.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And our opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
We know the Islanders are as vicious as they come, but the Street Profits excel in all forms of chaos.
Yeah, Corey, but the Islanders have a plan and will stop at nothing to carry that out.
The Profits will have to truly compete as a team to overcome the odds in this 2 out of 3 falls match.
The truth is, I don't know if Ford and Dawkins have faced a team as dangerous as Haku and Tama.
And the Street Profits are going to have to execute a next-level plan to take down the Islanders and Heenan.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Able to capitalize on Ford's mistake. A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
2 out of 3 falls matches are a unique test. Corey, break it down for us. What's going through the Profits' minds here?
Well, Tez and Dawkins cannot allow themselves to get frustrated because if you lose your cool, you lose your focus and you start to make mistakes.
There's a little bit of room for error in a multi-fall match, but not much when the competition level is this high.
Whoa, just floating through the air.
Ooh, and he stops that offense.
Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the...
Schoolboy! Shoulders are down!
Only a 1 count before the kick out.
Kicking out there really has to make his opponent question his game plan. Oh, what a headbutt on the mark.
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
Saw it coming. It counters it. And now propped up in the corner. Tag made, double team. Going to send their opponent across the ring into the ropes, and
here it comes. Big time impact. Drops the hammer right on the lower back.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up. So you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars. Connecting with a sharp elbow.
The Street Profits just got the heat turned onto them with that one.
Yeah, Haku taking the fight right to him.
Makes the much-needed tag. Great counter by Tama.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of...
Goes into the pin. Fights the shoulder up in one.
He's still got more left in the tank.
Oh, man. Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Tag made, the Islanders. What do they have planned here? Oh,
Double team savate kick. The Profits are down, and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards.
He scores the fall.
oh man, he is more than fired up right now.
Just like that, Haku gets stopped. So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Ooh. Moving him onto the top turnbuckle.
You know what they say, gentlemen?
What do they say, Corey?
What goes up must come crashing down.
Superplex from the top. Haku just looking to humiliate his opponent.
Finds the roll-up.
Reverses the pin attempt. Fights out at 2.
How? How? Oh, my God.
Running power slam.
This has been a very physical and draining match.
Taking on so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects. Propped up in the corner.
Tag. Double team coming.
Double headbutt.
Yank right off the ankle.
Oh, no. Sent straight to the post. Just vicious. Elbow puts an end to that.
Don't know if the ref is loud enough, but this is getting close.
He tags in his partner.
Whoa! That made my heart skip a beat.
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Usos. Every person with Bloodline affiliation has been a real problem for the Profits. Let's see if their fortunes change against the Islanders. Up high. Right on point. Forget about it. My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is not just
From the top.
diving headbutt.
Tags in here. He's going back up a second. Here we go. He fails to connect.
glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on there.
Setting up again. Headbutt right on the mark.
Looking for the victory.
The Profits battling with every ounce of their souls.
And the Islanders are unleashing a mauling.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tama and Haku have very strong heads.
Oof. Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
And an inverted atomic drop. Bang! He finds a counter.
You saw that one coming. Getting him right into the corner.
Bang! He's climbing to the top.
Across the top rope, all the way to the floor. Something bad is coming his way, and he has no clue.
Body. Cover. 2. Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are the best tag team of any era.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question, as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy, and you definitely had to get a little oozy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anawa'i, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills and earned a spot as an honorary Uce, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE universe as the tribal chief. Is Roman Reigns still your tribal chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone, or is it TK all day, every day, don't you say? Regardless of who you choose, you've earned the right to acknowledge your tribal chief.
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead.
And from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds,
grinding your way through the Bloodline, one of the biggest dynasties in history? Is it even possible?
Well, it's highly improbable, but nothing's impossible in WWE. It requires incredible courage to take on the Bloodline.
And there's no tougher challenge than taking on the entire Bloodline in a gauntlet match. Can't imagine what's going on inside this superstar's head.
Wow. How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
and representing the Islanders from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 270 pounds, Haku!
And on the other side of this first hurdle, just one of the Bloodline's most savage and powerful members.
The Bloodline started things off with... history being made right here. The most prestigious family in the history of our business is at war with one of their own members, and tonight will be a battle to set order to the entire Bloodline.
An uphill battle is what it will be. You have the toughest set of competitors trying to dash your dreams of being recognized as the head of the table.
Chop block turns the tide on their offense.
And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match was the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place, wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition.
One step ahead there. What a reversal. Oh, right to the gut.
Trading back and forth blows now.
Oh, Rock answers back.
Slugging away with everything they've got. It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Ooh.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Oof. And now these two just pulling the hell out of each other.
That will leave you stunned.
Up fast. Oh, buster. Down hard.
Here's a cover. Could be it. And still in this.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
Haku shows the wherewithal. And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taking them all on.
Top rope, suplex. Distress showing in the face of Haku.
And Haku Rock digging deep into the playbook. The sharpshooter. It's locked in.
Perfectly executed submission hold.
Couldn't take it anymore. Has to tap.
Time's up for Haku. No longer running the gauntlet.
That was quite the elimination, but we are far from the end of the road here. Rosie entering this gauntlet match, looking to go the distance.
Wrapped up. 2.
Oh, kick out at 2.
He's in total disbelief. That did not finish the job.
Everyone watching this is in total disbelief right now.
The Rock reformulating his game plan. It was not enough.
About to hit. By the People's Champ.
Outlook is bad for Rosie.
Rosie's out of here. Eliminated from this gauntlet match.
Still a long road ahead with many roadblocks yet to enter the ring. And here comes Jacob Fatu, bringing everything he's got to this gauntlet match.
Oh, clothesline.
And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
Well, one can even ask if this is a fight to fix a family or a night to control an entire business.
That's hard to say, Byron, when the family business is all about fighting.
Belly to belly.
Devastating flourish from The Rock here.
Absolutely. The Rock is breaking his opponent down.
Can't prepare your face for that.
The Rock, he's thinking big.
From the top rope.
Through the air. And connects.
Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
And he gets set back into the ring.
Effective arm drag.
And let's not lose the reason for this match, the right, no, the honor to have sole possession of the seat that stands at the head of the table.
Well, if you can survive tonight, you will be at the top of the mountain, casting an enormous shadow over every possible challenger.
I'm already intimidated thinking about the Ulafala adorned around this superstar's shoulders.
Oh, a slam. An overbearing assault on Jacob now.
Jacob's being cut off at every pass. Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
Belly to belly. Right in the middle. Relentless. Enough already. He's definitely been worn down a little.
Oh, that'll leave a mark.
Clothesline. He puts him into the corner.
Vicious shoulder tackle in the corner.
The Great One has become relentless.
Showing exactly why he's the Great One. Boom! DDT.
He thinks he has it. Kicks out.
Getting dangerously close to ending it all there.
Broken up with a fist to the face.
Now he's looking for some momentum.
He endured the charge and now looks to lead his own reign.
And The Rock got cut down to size there.
Yeah, and this is the hostility. Each shot landing with a little bit more venom. Ooh! Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out. Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Clothesline! And he's got to be in absolute agony right now.
Yeah. Just excruciating pain. Is there a way out of the sharpshooter?
I think we're seeing it. Great job. Super kick. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Telegraphed that one and delivers a blow to the gut.
There it is, the people's punch.
Stops the kick.
A chain of reversals here. Every motion getting cut off.
Belly to belly. Climbing to the top. What's he thinking? Look out. Big impact. Cover. There's 2, 3. No.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
Driven face first.
Overhead, belly to belly by the great one. Uh-oh.
Had that move from The Rock scouted.
Ooh, headbutt from the rear. Uh-oh. Gets out of the way of that one.
Rock. Buster.
Down hard.
Will it be? It's all over for Jacob Fatu. No match for the gauntlet.
There are still so many competitors left. It's hard to even focus on just one elimination here. Next into the gauntlet, we've got the one and only Jey Uso.
And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone in WWE is watching, wanting to know this challenge can be covered.
And think about the bragging rights. If you run through the gauntlet of one of the most prestigious families in all of wrestling, you will... The millions and millions are prepared to experience...
People's elbow! Picture perfect from the Rock.
Cover! Somehow he kicked out.
An emphatic kick out from Jey Uso. How in the world did he get the shoulder up?
And guys, The Rock is not happy with that result. Thought it was over, but the kick out surprised him.
What a clothesline!
Ouch!
This is what he feeds off of. Moments like this big match feel.
Put the corner now. Ooh, great anticipation.
Ooh, elbow strike.
Oh, look out. It's on now.
Turn it around with a reversal. Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this. The fight is on, and it's furious. You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. And The Rock feeling the pushback there.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
He really...
Here it comes. Rock bottom. And it can be all over for Jey.
2 count. That'll be the end of Jey Uso in this gauntlet match.
Still early in this gauntlet match. We still have 5 more contestants on the list.
Out comes Rikishi, ready for this gauntlet match. Big clothesline.
You got out of dodge just in time. DDT.
Looking for an early pin. 2. Shoulder is up after 2.
Not going to allow things to end this early. tracks with a knee to the gut.
Caught in a bad spot. Fights out of trouble with a barrage of strikes.
Power slam.
Clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Producing a trampling. She's starting to feel the effects of this attack.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opened people's eyes to The Rock. Any semblance of a plan is surely out the window by now. All there is pain.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
A fat buster down hard.
Get ready, Cole. Get ready for the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment.
The People's Elbow.
Rock got it. I think it's over.
Is it enough? The cover. Kick out. I thought it was finished off for sure.
I do not know how you survive that.
Staying alive there is unheard of. That usually finishes most men. The Rock has to be frustrated, not getting the fall. DDT!
And you can see
He's going for the pin. This could be it! Rikishi coming up short in this gauntlet match. He's eliminated.
plenty of entrants left to go here. 4 in total. This gauntlet just got more interesting with the arrival of Jamal. Big-time clothesline.
Good grief.
Everyone is on their feet in this building.
Absolutely showing the respect for all the exertion these athletes are putting each other through.
Bloodline.
Well, that'll leave a mark.
Setting course to the top turnbuckle. Float over.
Into the DDT. Jamal keeps him at bay. Countered into an STO.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stomp to the gut. Rock with the arm clutch into the gut.
And a DDT.
Oh, no. Oh, stun gun. Definitely some damage dealt to him there.
The Rock about to hit the most electrifying moves in all of sports entertainment. People's elbow. Is that all she wrote for Jamal?
2 count. And so Jamal is through in this gauntlet match.
Out they go, but we still have 3 more superstars chomping at the bit to win this gauntlet match. This is interesting. Fatu getting in on this gauntlet action.
Take it over.
Go for the
Makes
win
the
here.
cover. He's got the shoulders down. Cover. He kicks out almost immediately.
He just powered out there, Cole.
Caught with the lariat. And at this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
Look, you should never underestimate the fire of a Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't...
About to hit.
The Rock has this wrapped up.
2 count. And he's still in the game.
I can't believe that this whole arena's in shock.
Yeah, but no one's more shocked than the man who thought he had a pinfall.
Rock might need to dial up a little more electricity than usual if that wasn't enough. Fatu looking helpless to every attack.
Fatu has run into a roadblock. Ooh. There it is, the people's punch.
Already he's taking on some damage.
You almost feel the intensity coming from The Rock on that attack. Oh dear, this doesn't look good. Ouch. That's one way to get your opponent out of the corner.
And Fatu may have felt that coming.
Counters and counters. Each superstar looking dialed in.
Oklahoma slam. The Rock, can you double a takedown? Gonna stack that up here. Shoulder pin. We got a cover. That's it. It's over. Fatu's taken out of this gauntlet match.
They are out of here.
And even after this next entrant, there's still another challenger. Here we go with Sika entering this gauntlet match.
As we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. They're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the Bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers.
Up fast. Buster. Down hard.
The People's Champ! Are you ready for the most electrifying move in all of entertainment? Effective dodge there.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
The Rock appears to be in some trouble here. Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now.
Strong forearm. It's been a hardship for these superstars to get to this point. I think these fans are driving the crowd an extra inch.
You can sense the ride these fans have been on, and I'm right there with them.
Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
Oh, hip toss to the outside.
This one is headed to the outside, not by choice. Hard to come back from that kind of impact.
Finds the mark.
And Sika gets countered there.
What's he looking for here?
Headbutt to the groin.
That was...
Is it enough here? Just after two.
And frustration might be starting to set in.
The Rock is heading up top. Big clothesline. Avoided the attack with a nasty chop block.
Oh, looking to cripple the leg.
Oh, he saw it coming.
Now trampling the opposition.
Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry. Oh, God.
He's in a bit of agony now. What's he gonna do here?
Foot DDT.
The Rock. Locking in the sharpshooter. Will his opponent tap back? And there you have it. It's all over. Sika's time has come to an end in the gauntlet.
It's been insane since the opening bell, but we're not done yet. We've got one more contest to go. Now this is interesting. Jimmy Uso is next in the gauntlet.
What grace.
Uh-oh.
Target in the stomach to reverse that maneuver. One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table.
Looking for the suplex all the way up. Look at this power. Oh, no.
Into a top wire.
Oh, the clothesline.
Demoralizing spot for Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy here in a disheartening position.
Effective counter.
And Jimmy needs a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
That was the opening he needed, and he's got to keep his foot on the gas now.
There it is, the People's Punch.
Jimmy manages to counter.
The elbow finds the mark.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Jimmy gets intercepted.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Put on the top rope. Something big's coming.
He's got him in trouble up on the top rope. Oh! Arm drag. He's certainly feeling that attack.
Electrifying.
Back down the hatches. These two are loaded.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Back and forth. Neither one giving up any ground.
Big shots being fired right now. Not with the pounder letting up.
Oh, man.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
You know, we can stay here, guys.
Rock.
Buster.
Down hard.
It's time. It's time for the most electrifying move in all sports entertainment. Looks like he knew what was coming up.
Reversal. He saw that coming.
Being sized up, he might regret getting back up here.
Here it comes.
Bottom by the Rock.
The Rock got all of it.
There's two.
And The Rock picks up the win.
The winner of this match, and officially, your Tribal Chief,
The battlefield was laid out. The gauntlet was fierce. Pain will live tomorrow. Scars will remain for life. But in this family, you will rule your own kin from a seat at the head of the table.